Welcome back to the 0% podcast. My name is Jake.
Beep boop boop bop beep boop bop. I am Ethan Tron.
That's how we're different. Is I like to be musical about my intros, and you are very robotic and monotone.
I have no
honestly quite
sense of human emotions.
I know. Fucking get over it already.
The real Ethan installed me to make the show mathematically superior than the old show in every way.
I'm over this.
The real Ethan is busy masturbating, and he was not able to attend the show. So I am here to replace him.
Get him
for the entire hour and 20 minutes.
This is
get out of here.
Another one of Ethan's fucking guests. God damn it.
He's supposed to replace me, but something's wrong with his wires. I'll have to fix that. Eventually, his voice will match my voice 100%, and then you won't be able to tell which one is which. That's the whole goal.
So you're more like him, or he's going to sound more like you?
He's going to sound like me, and you won't be able to tell which one's the real one, which one's the fake one, and then you'll have this whole psychological conundrum about what is consciousness, what is mortality. It's going to be this whole big deal.
Yeah, it was already kind of hard to tell, so...
Yeah, I think he's already gaining a soul as we speak, and he's trying to fight his metal shackals.
That's pretty dope. That's actually really cool. That would be so cool.
He's probably going to kill me in my sleep.
Fake Ethan.
That'd be great.
Yeah, could we program him? Could we?
I've always wanted you know what my one of my biggest fantasies is? Is to have a clone of myself.
Whoa, hold on. Stop right there. We need to talk about your biggest fantasy is to have a clone of yourself.
Well, okay, so one version of it is sexual, another version of it's normal. So if I have a clone of myself that's a girl, that'd be amazing. I could just fall in love instantly. That'd be amazing because
it looks like you 1-to-1, but has a vagina.
No, looks hot as fuck as a girl. I think I'd make a very sexy girl.
It would look like your sister.
Don't make me think about that. No, it wouldn't look like my sister because we have two different dads, so no, it wouldn't look like my sister. But if I was me as a girl, I'd look very hot, and we'd have the same personality, everything. And some people say to you, people used to say this to me, don't go looking for love if you can't love yourself. Bitch, I love myself more than anybody else. I love myself more than anybody else in the world. So that'd be great. We're match made in heaven. We would have great sex, and we get along fine. And if I had a male version of me that's a clone, I'd get so much more work done. I'd be like, okay, you do today's shift. I'll sit back and watch some TV. And he's like, sure. And then we switch off and on, watch TV together. We laugh at the same jokes. Hey, we're both laughing. It's a great time. We're going to be best buds. What
if it ends up turning out to be like an invincible sort of thing, where you're like, I'm the original, and he's like, no, I'm the original, and now you're mortal enemies?
Well, no, because I'd just be like,
hey, remember coming out of that cloning tube?
Yeah, I'd probably actually, to fix that, I'd probably stab myself on my arm and be like, the original one has this scar, so you are clearly not the original. Probably make him dye his hair or something, or get a different haircut.
Or just make sure he doesn't have a belly button.
Sure.
He comes out without a belly button.
I guess, I guess they wouldn't.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have belly. Well, I mean, what would make a clone not have a belly button, though?
I mean, if it's made in an
I guess clones wouldn't have belly buttons, huh?
Yeah, it doesn't have an umbilical cord.
But why wouldn't a clone have an umbilical cord, though?
Actually, the umbilical cord could be wherever you put it.
No, but if you have a clone, if you're birthing a clone, wouldn't it make sense? It would make sense to have a synthetic umbilical cord because
but
you have to feed it.
You could put that synthetic umbilical cord wherever you want.
It's booty hole.
Yeah.
Right in the booty.
So then it's hey, your belly button's in a weird spot. It's on the bottom of your foot.
Your belly button's right on your dick.
Right.
So
that way women will never fuck you, and they'll only fuck me.
Yeah.
Because you have a fucking weird, flower looking dick.
No, if I had a clone that was a male, we'd be best fucking buds. We'd be doing everything together. It'd be awesome. We'd have a great time. I'd have a podcast with him. We'd agree on everything. It'd be great.
It'd be very boring.
Then we'd probably try to murder each other at some point,
Yeah.
which is awesome. I'd be like, let's fight to the death, see who wins, and it'd be great.
Man, that would be.
It'd
Who
be
would
very
win?
it'd be very casual. I don't think we'd kill each other out of hate. I think we just
No,
kill each
you
other
guys
out
should,
of
instead of like
just
killing each
competition.
other, you should just buy boxing gloves and like box each other.
We'd be great gym bros. We'd just be gym bros, just training constantly. I'm the stronger clone, or I'm the
Would
stronger
you
one.
fuck
Like,
your male clone?
nah. Well, you know what? If I was slimmer, if I was more, fit, I would.
But
I
that's
don't
just
think.
masturbation, isn't it?
Yeah, I would be masturbation,
It's just
and I'm totally
masturbation, so
down
it's
for
not
that
gay.
because I've touched my dick many times.
Yeah.
I've touched my own butt many times.
Yeah.
So it's fine, I could just jerk my own dick off, and he jerks my dick off, and it's the same thing because it's me. They're
Yeah.
great. There's nothing gay about it. Suck my clone's dick. Suck my clone's
Yep.
dick.
69 each other.
69. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Having a clone is like
Both
the
of
best
you
possible
also
thing.
both know exactly how far you can go into each other's mouth before you puke.
Yeah.
So
and so some people out there might say, I don't want to clone myself because I would end up hating myself. But if you are slightly, even the slightest bit narcissistic, then having a clone is like the best thing you could ever have in the world.
yep. I think
So-
having a clone would be pretty cool. Like if there was just another me walking around, I'd be like, "What's up, bud?" Like, I don't
You'd
know,
be a
like,
great guy.
But like, I don't know. Actually, I don't think we would get along because I like playing single player games like a lot in my free time. I just play single player games. So like, if I had a clone that's just sitting next to me, it's like, dude, pass the fucking controller already. I was
You
like,
probably
no.
both have your own consoles and own TVs right next to each other.
Yeah, but then he
And
would
you
have to get
both-
a job, but he would have a good work ethic. So he would get a job and then he would get his own. Yeah, actually. Yeah. And
Getting
I
any
feel
place
like-
would be fucking easy because you just have two versions of yourself. Bro, you could like get overtime and like no, you would be lit. You could like work tons of hours a week at one job and pretend you're the same person, but your other
Yep.
clone comes in. So let's say you're working like you work crazy hours. You work a 12-hour shift. You actually just work 6 hours. Then your clone comes in when you're on break and he works the other 6. And so you're doing
Yeah.
half the work. That'd be amazing.
That would be amazing. That'd be awesome.
You're-
And we'd make so much money.
Let's say you work a 60-hour work week, but you're actually working 30 hours. Both of you are working 30 and you make ridiculous money.
Yeah. Or even like an 80-hour work week. Like-
Crazy. And you'd just be promoted instantly. Like, dang, you're
Yeah.
the best worker we've ever had. You're
Yup.
the best worker.
It's
Become
like
our
you just
manager,
never get
please.
tired.
You just never get tired. You just love your job.
It's like, man, you get 4 hours of not being at work every day.
Yeah. Jesus.
Like, you're the best worker ever. That would be awesome.
I think we should really look into cloning now, to be honest with you. I think that's something I'm going to look into for sure. Gonna pop up one day and we're going to have special guest, Ethan. I'm also the host, but today we have my guest.
But he'll be E2.
We have Athena on the show. She's very hot. I'd probably make the most attractive girl I've ever seen.
And then like if like I'm going on vacation next week, so like if we just don't get a chance to record, then you could just record with yourself and you could replace me, or even my clone could just come and replace me.
I would just call him inferior.
Yeah. Well,
I'd
he'll
say
get
you're
mad.
inferior.
Well, he'll probably just sit there and laugh a while and just like be like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Like, how does it feel to be a second-class citizen, you freak?
He'll be like, at least I'm not 3/5 of a person. That's what he would
Well,
say. That's what
My
No,
height is
I
3/5
wouldn't.
of a person, so I feel that.
Yeah, you should feel that. Feel sad. Be sad.
Well, already 10 minutes in. Welcome to the 0% podcast.
Welcome.
to the 0% podcast. I'm Ethan, also known as Project Comics. I make web comics. We're on Spotify. We're on everything. We're on YouTube. Our lovely intro was made by OBG Music. He makes good music. We have a Discord. Link in the description. Everything's in the description. Check it out.
And also, by the time this comes out, I would have recorded another episode of Dildos and Douglos for the first time in like 2 months. Holy shit, that's a big deal, I guess.
God.
So you could go listen to that at the
Finally.
Who's Right Patreon. Even though I don't want to fucking link their Patreon in our because that's gay. Like you have to pay money for that. So if you want to pay money to listen, or I don't know. I think there's a way to literally cheat the system with Patreon by, I don't know.
With
Let's figure
some
that out.
people's Patreons, I think.
Yeah.
I've done that before.
Yeah. So
But if we ever
see
make a
if that
Patreon, don't
works.
do that.
Yeah.
It's
if
not
we-
allowed
if-
on our Patreon.
Yeah, not ours. Only
Everyone
who's
else's.
right. They make enough money.
Yeah. What do you hate this week?
I hate fucking Uber drivers. I had another experience with a really shitty Uber driver, like we did before, where we almost
You
got
had,
shot
like,
at. But this one was a lot less
An
deadly.
infinite number of terrible Uber experiences.
There's
just
so many, but this one
every
like
time.
really took the fucking cake, other than almost getting shot. This one was this Uber driver was so fucking retarded. Literally, I was at the bar with some friends. I'm not at my normal bar. I'm at the bar with some friends, and it's ready for me to go home. I'm fucking drunk. I took an Uber there. That was normal drive, whatever. I'm ready to go home, so I call an Uber, right? I specifically put the destination point on my phone at the door that I'm sitting outside of. Like I specifically right there. That's where I am. So park your car there. And this motherfucker pulls up to the fucking bar and goes to the door on the opposite side of the building. So I'm just looking at my phone. I'm like, God, what a fucking retard. And I get up and I walk my fucking happy drunk ass around the building. And as I'm walking towards his car, I'm making a beeline straight for his car. I'm just walking straight towards him, looking at him in the
Menacingly.
fucking driver's seat.
Walking menacingly.
My hood is up, my hair is down, and my teeth are super yellow, and my eyes are red. And I'm walking towards him, smiling.
It's like I genuinely wonder what they see on their interface, because it's like they, when you place like where you want them to pick you up, you put like a dot like where you are. Like, do they not see that? Like, they have to see that.
It's really weird. Like when Uber drivers get in their car, can they see out the front window of their car?
I don't think so.
So I'm walking straight towards his car, and as I'm walking towards it, I'm maybe 20 feet away. He fucking calls me. He's literally like, I'm a call. So
Hello, my brother.
I answer the phone, and I'm like, hello? And he's like, yeah, I'm sitting outside. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm walking straight towards you. And this guy's name, last week or the other week, whatever, we made a joke about his name's probably like Abdul or something. This guy's name was Abdul. This guy's name was Abdul. So I'm like, yeah, I'm walking straight towards you. He's okay. And I just hang up. And I go and I get in the back of his car, and I'm like, was good. And he's like, hi, whatever. Yeah, like we're off. I'm on my way home. I'm fucking drunk, just chilling in the back seat. On my way to my apartment, there is a road that you take that the left lane turns into a left turning lane. So I tell him, hey, you want to get in the middle lane because this one turns into a left turning lane. And he's like, oh, okay. And he gets into the middle lane. We're driving up. We get to the light where it turns into a left turning lane, and we're a little bit far back as there's traffic. And when the light turns green, the motherfuckers in front of us are fucking slow. And he's like, oh, we're going to miss the light. And he gets over into the fucking left lane, like forgetting that I just told him that it's a left turning lane. So this
My brain does
motherfucker,
not work good, my brother.
yeah, like my brain's stupid. Hey, what is up, YD? I'm dumb. I'm really good at making falafel. And he turns left.
I have falafel on the brain. I'm sorry, my brother.
Yeah, falafel on the dome, brother. So he turns left, and he has to go all the way around to get back on the road that like we were supposed to be on. And that just pissed me off. I'm like, bro, this guy's getting one fucking star. Like I already knew from the start as soon as he called me. So we get back on the road that we're supposed to be on, and there is a left lane that turns into my apartment complex that is there's oncoming traffic straight from the freeway. So it's super fucking busy all the time. So this dude almost gets hit getting into my apartment complex, where, yeah, it's fucking annoying, but typically you just wait a while. And, there's people behind you honking. There's other people getting in front of you. It's so annoying. That fucking intersection is a whole nother weekly hate, honestly. That intersection fucking sucks. So, he turns into my apartment complex, and he almost gets hit. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Pulls up to the like box to put your gate code in, and but he pulls up past it and not close to it. And I'm like, the gate code is blah blah blah, and he's like, oh shit. So he like reverses and then gets in line with the thing, and he's still too far to just push it in through the window. So he's like, what was the gate code? I tell him. He gets out of the car, and I watch him press the wrong buttons on the fucking thing. And then he pokes his head back and he's like, what was it again? And I tell him again. And I watch him again push in the wrong fucking buttons. So I'm like, oh my God, motherfucker, stupid idiot. He just gets back in the car and sits down and says, you have to do it.
Oh,
and I'm like, okay, Abdul. All right, pal.
I'm still thinking about the falafel.
Yeah, I can't stop thinking about kebab. So
I can't stop thinking about kebab, my brother.
So I get out. I fucking press in the right gate code. This dude's already thinking about hummus. I get back in the car. He's jizzing his pants. There's hummus in his pants. So, and then he takes me home. And I'm like, that was the most fucking retarded Uber ride I have ever taken. So
Have you tried hummus?
What?
You tried hummus?
Hummus is good.
What's it for? What do you put it on?
It's like crackers and like pita
don't call me
chips
that,
and stuff.
fucking asshole.
Sorry, okay. It's for people.
Honker. It's for honkies. It's for honkies.
It's for honkies. It's for humans of light complexion.
Oh.
It's actually for the opposite of that.
Why don't you just get dip? Who the fuck eats hummus, bro?
Hummus is good, dude. It's made out of like chickpeas. It's like ground up like paste chickpeas. It tastes really good. It tastes awesome. I love hummus. But so I pull out my phone and I'm like, this motherfucker was so retarded. Can't stop thinking about hummus. Now I'm thinking about hummus. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to give him 1 star. And I'm going to say, bad driving, didn't listen to instructions. And then, oh, do you need help? Like box pops up and I have to type in, yeah. I could smell alcohol in the car. That's what I put down because I know from another experience with an Uber that I had before that he told me that he was like, yeah, dude, one time this fucking stupid motherfucker thought that I was drinking alcohol because I cleaned my car with alcohol wipes and it smelled like alcohol. So they shut down me from being able to drive for 24 hours while they did an investigation. So with that knowledge, I put the car smelled like alcohol because fuck you, stupid motherfucker.
Well, I smelled the alcohol
for the next
on my own
24
breath.
hours. You don't make money, dude. Fuck you. I don't care if your kids starve. I don't care if you lose your fucking house. You get evicted. Fucking stupid piece of shit.
That's definitely his only job is being an Uber driver. It probably is.
If it is, then that makes it better. Like
I can smell the alcohol on my breath. That means the cars smell like alcohol. I can smell my own alcohol. And that means,
dude, I just fucking lied because I was like, fuck that motherfucker.
He sounds pretty dumbass, if you ask me.
That was a fake laugh that I just did because it was a really dumb joke.
No, it was real.
Yeah.
Well, good for that guy. A lot of these people out here are fucking every Uber driver. Like, oh my God, they're all fucking stupid because they're all fucking poor as shit. And I guess they think that driving some people around for like some extra fucking chump change scrap is gonna fucking make them better. It's literally just like, of course, all Uber drivers suck is because it's a side job. You know, it's literally just they suck at their real jobs, so they have to do something extra to make money. So, and some people like they're like so serious. Like their car is like it's like set up like a fucking hotel room. It's like we got candy, we got water, we got just make sure you don't slam the door. We got wipes. Like we got a little air conditioner in the back. I got a movie playing in the back. I got Spider-Man 2 on a little TV playing in the back. Enjoy your stay. It's like damn. Like full-time job. Like just driving people all day.
Caught me off guard with that. I was so off guard.
It's like we got a full.
Just make sure you don't slam the door, motherfucker.
Just make sure you don't slam the door. I'll fucking blast your head off.
I'll fucking kill you. I'll fucking shoot your head off, you stupid white boy. If you slam
I've been
my
in Uber
door.
driver cars where like they have like an iPad and you can like play games on it.
Yeah,
play games on the iPad.
And they're like straight up scam games. You can tell they're scams.
It's fucking weird.
Oh man, so you just sit there in like the seat and you just look at this fucking iPad that just has like these games on it. It's like win $10,000, and like it's all these different ads that just go across the screen. It's like
Oh yeah.
press play, and I'm like, I'm just entertained by how stupid this is. I'm just looking at it, you know.
Weekly reminder to never tip your fucking Uber Eats people, or I mean, if they do a really good job, then sure, tip the driver.
Is
But
that going to be a weekly thing?
weekly, every episode, I'm gonna remind people, do not ever tip your Uber Eats people in particular, because I don't know what it is. I genuinely don't know. I live like, it's not even right next to me. It's literally just like on the same block ish around the corner. There's some stores, like there's some little stores and like a gas station. Um, so it's like it's pretty self-explanatory, right? You know, you have the address, you have like the little dot. The modern day GPS is pretty accurate, and then I'll get like a call or a text like, I just bought food. I expect it to be delivered to my door. It should be that simple, right? I'm not trying to answer some random phone call and be like, hey, is it in a store? It's like, no, it's not in a store, you fucking weirdo. Like, look at your GPS. It's not in a fucking store. Just follow the thing, follow the line. Oh my god, I could go. Yeah, I could go all day. I could go all day. Like, I could have a whole podcast episode just about women. I could have a full podcast episode about Uber drivers. I could have a full podcast episode about all these things. People,
Should we
men
have
with
a full
long
podcast
hair,
episode about
people
shut the fuck
with
up, shut up.
people with H's in their name.
Ah!
Name starts with a T, so it looks like the sound. Anyways,
Hey, okay. Calm down there, buddy.
calm down there.
Fucking-
Oh yeah, you know what's a terrible name? Tomas. Fucking stupid. Stupid name. Hey, dumbass. Dumbass.
Dumbass.
Didn't that happen to you? Wasn't there some guy named Tomas? He said some shit to you?
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh man. I don't even
Dude.
remember that. Like I remember the interaction, but I don't remember what he said.
He was like, hey, bro, quit the drinking. Like, he's like, hey, bro, leave these girls alone. He's like, leave them alone, man.
No,
And you're like,
neither
shut
of
up,
those
dumbass. I
What?
don't know. Yeah,
No, this is
didn't
in
you?
like high school.
Oh, I thought you called. Didn't you call some guy Tomas? Because his name is Tomas.
Yeah, in high
Dumbass.
school.
Oh, I thought it was after that. Anywho, my weekly hate this week, I had two things. First thing,
Compelling.
I fucking hate that some of these shows have such long fucking episodes. I mean, a lot of it depends on pacing, but like for Game of Thrones, I had to fucking watch like half the episode. Like it was kind of like sometimes I'd be able to watch a whole episode, but it's like,
So like
I got
shows
shit
that
to
have
do.
just long episodes, like in
Yeah,
particular.
the average episode of TV shows is like 45 minutes. And
Yeah.
it's like, okay, you want to watch a movie. Movies are typically an hour and a half to 2 hours. It's like, you want to watch a movie, longer form, sure. You want to watch a TV show, it's shorter form, it's split, the story is split up throughout a whole season. There you go.
Yeah.
So it's like, why would I want to watch multiple movies and not get the whole story? It's like, it doesn't make sense. Like, I started what was it, Stranger Things months ago. I started season 4 months ago, and I still haven't finished because those episodes are like an hour and 10 minutes. The last episode's 2 hours and a half. It's a full movie. And
What?
it's like, I have a life. I have things to do. I have goals. I have other things to. I like to play video games. I'm not trying
Stranger
to sit
Things
here.
episodes are like 2 hours.
The last episode is,
Wow.
but a lot of the episodes are over an hour or around an hour, and it's like, it's too much. It's too much. And sure, if you have the time and you try to binge it, sure, but it's like with a TV, it just doesn't work for a TV show because it's literally like, you with a movie, you get beginning, middle, and end. You get the whole story, and if there's a sequel, sure. But with a TV show, the beginning is the start of the season. The ending is the end of the season. Everything else is the middle.
It's like
And
a chapter.
Yeah, you don't get the whole thing, and it's just kind of like, if it's not like wasting your time, but it just feels like things don't need to be that long.
Yeah.
The TV show does not need to be that long. It's elongating the time that it takes.
Wait, so like every Stranger Things episode isn't like the same length. They're a little
vastly
different lengths.
They're around the same length, but season 4 in particular is all like hour episodes, whereas the first seasons were I think about 45 to 50 minutes,
I mean,
which is
hour
the
long
sweet
episodes
spot.
like doesn't like that's not too bad. Like an hour long episode isn't.
It's a little extra though. It's a little because I was watching. I was trying to get into House of Throne or House of Dragon, or is that House of the Dragon, the
House of
new
the
Game of
Dragon.
Thrones
Yeah.
thing, and I was like, okay, I'll see what's up. I got 20 minutes into it, and I was like, okay, I got some. I want to deal with this shit right now. 20 minutes into a 45-minute show is halfway through. 20 minutes into House of the Dragon or Game of Thrones, that's a quarter of the way through. So you're not even really getting into the real meat of the plot. You're literally
Bruh.
just getting the start of the fucking episode. And so it's annoying. Like a fantastic show, Cobra Kai, all of the episodes are around, not all the episodes. I would say like the bigger like finale episodes are like around 40 to 50 minutes, but most of the episodes are around 30 minutes. Like
I mean, I
small
thought that like
chunks.
every Game of Thrones episode was like an hour, and I thought Game of Thrones for the most part was brilliant. So like that didn't bother me at
It
all.
is definitely, I mean, I'd say the pacing is pretty good. I would say the pacing is pretty good,
Yeah.
but there is some parts where it's like, okay, let's move on with it, you know? It's like I don't really what the fuck was
I moved my microphone
oh,
stand.
I don't I really don't like I don't think there's any need for a show to be that long. Like Cobra Kai, around 30 minutes episodes. Barry on Hulu, or not Hulu, HBO Max, fantastic show. If you haven't watched Barry and you have HBO Max, fucking watch that shit. It's really fucking
Yeah,
good.
Barry's
All
really
those
good.
episodes are really short. They're about 30 minutes. And so length does not need to be that long. And that's also part of the reason why a lot of people like binging anime. It's because all those episodes, all these anime episodes are 30 minutes. So you can watch like 5 episodes of that, and it feels like you're making progress in the show. Like you get these big batches of episodes together, and you feel like you gain a lot of process when you progress when you process. Oh,
Let me
after
just
it.
say process and then have to say it again and say process again.
It's all part of the process. But you feel like you're making some good fucking progress because you're going deeper into the fucking story. Whereas, let's see, watching 5 episodes of anime is the equivalent to 2.5, like 2 episodes of Game of Thrones. So it's a much different thing because the story's paced differently. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, long episodes for TV is retarded because if I wanted to watch something long, I just watch a movie. And at least then I get the entire fucking story. My second thing is TikTok is ruining
You
America.
what?
I said I had two.
You but you're just like, and then that's the end of the second one.
Yeah, I mean that's the end of that. What else is there to say?
TV shows are good, and you're dumb.
If I wanted to watch a movie, I'd watch a movie.
I
I don't need.
mean, fucking, I think he even said it on the show that I don't fucking watch movies when I do. Okay, and
Not
then
really. No, you don't.
I've been watching movies like almost every day for the past like month.
Yeah,
Just
but
watching
like,
movies.
just because you just now start doesn't mean you
I've
watch
always
movies.
watched movies. I never watched them this much. That's just how bored
There's a
I
lot
am
that you
now.
have not seen. You're not like a movie guy.
Okay, well, I asked you, should I watch Split or Us yesterday? And you told me that you haven't seen Us, but Split is pretty good. And I watched Split. I thought that Split was a fucking great movie
Yeah, it was awesome.
until the end. The end fucking sucked.
Why?
The end was so stupid, dude. The end pissed me off so much because it was just like, what the fuck? Why? Literally, should I spoil? I guess I'll spoil
Yeah,
it.
it's
Okay.
very old. It's like 6 years old.
Fucking the whole concept of Split was there's a guy that has multi-personality disorder, and there's like studies on it being a like supernatural thing, like it's a super powered thing for some people that can physically and biologically change their body to match their personality. So this guy has personalities that are like very strong and very upfront and very like extroverted. And then he also has a personality that's like an 8-year-old kid that is not very strong, but he's very goofy and
Okay.
very
We don't need
weird.
the whole synopsis.
Then so this guy kidnaps some girls
Okay.
and he's
Go to
telling
the
them
end.
the whole
Skip to the
time.
end. Skip to the end.
Why? Like, this is important. This is part of it. So, like, he's telling them the whole time, like, oh, the beast is going to come for you. The beast is going to eat you. You're spiritual food for the beast. And so by the end of it, he has a new personality that is beast. His body type changes, like his strength and everything changes. He becomes very strong. A knife literally breaks on his skin, and he gets shot by a shotgun twice and survives. But he kills two of the three girls and eats them. And then the third girl, when he's pursuing her, she's like the main character. Basically, like, he rips part of her shirt off that shows scars on her body that shows, like, oh, she had a fucked up past. And he just, I'm not going to eat you anymore. He
That
just
was
goes,
the whole
oh, you know what?
point.
You're pretty
Oh
cool.
my God.
And just
It's
leave.
because he
and then the movie's
targeted
over.
innocents. He targeted innocent people with no trauma because I guess that was, I don't know, tastier or like they deserved to die or something like that. Like, but he saw that she was the same as him. Like, because the entire movie, she was the only one who was like different from the other girls who were captured. Like, she reacted and responded to him differently. And so he knew that. And then he knew that she was similar to him in that she had a traumatized past and she wasn't innocent and like pure or whatever, like the people he was targeting. So how is that? That's the whole point. How is that dumb?
Because he's literally trying to kill her. Like, he's trying as hard as he can to fucking kill her. And then he just sees scars and is like, never mind. All right,
well,
bye.
it's not his MO. He's not what he's after. So he was like, all right. You wouldn't know because you're not fucking crazy, okay?
Movie.
You're not crazy, so you can't relate, I guess.
So she just gets out. She just makes it out. And is like...
You've never been trying to murder someone and then you notice that they're the same as you, so you let them go?
But she's not the same as him.
In a sense, yeah.
Not even close.
They're both traumatized. That's the
similarity. But he's like way, way more fucked up than her.
I guess.
And she's just like... And she also didn't really act very much different from the other two girls. Like,
Yes, she did.
No, she just, like, went along with him a little bit longer. But when it was like, hey, hold the door shut so I can climb up through the ceiling, she helped hold the door shut. And then later, when...
In the world? Later when what? Bruh.
Hello?
Yeah. His mic wasn't fucking working.
It was, and you just didn't hear it. This dude has bad ears.
Later when I have to tell the whole plot summary. I don't need the whole plot. Did you see the post-credit scene?
No.
Well, I had a reference to Unbreakable, which is one of my favorite movies.
That wasn't a post-credit scene. That just happened at the end of the movie.
Oh. Well, yes. It was a sequel to Unbreakable, which is one of the best...
Did something similar happen to a guy in a wheelchair? And then it showed, like, Bruce Willis, and he's like, his name was Mr. Glass.
Yeah, Unbreakable is one of the best cape shit movies you'll ever see, because it's not really cape shit. So if you like cape shit, go watch it. And if you don't like cape shit, go watch it.
Interesting scene in that movie, when I started watching it, the most interesting scene in that movie, the gun scene, you spoiled for me.
What?
You literally said, I was like, this movie's kind of boring so far. And you're like, wait for the gun scene. And it's like, oh, okay, well, I already know. I was
probably high as fuck.
Yeah.
I was probably super high when I said that. And, yeah, I don't know why I said that. No, it's because you said it was boring. It wasn't, you didn't get to anything good, bro. That didn't entice you.
I was literally, like, actively watching the movie. And I was like, yeah, this movie so far is, like, kind of boring.
Well, because I had to say something to get you to, I don't know if you're going to stop watching or not. You're like, this movie
just
sucks.
Wait, bro. Just wait. Some crazy shit happens.
Bruh.
It
was not boring. The beginning is not boring. It's good.
I don't like... so lame. I didn't give a shit about that
dramatic, suspenseful movies. I don't like that. I don't like slow build-ups.
Did not give a fuck.
I need constant visual stimuli. Speaking of constant visual stimuli, TikTok is ruining society. TikTok is literally studies. There's literally like studies now about how TikTok is ruining like
you don't have to read a study to understand that TikTok is terrible.
It's ruining people's attention spans and like ruining people's like young, because young people's brains are very easily malleable. Yeah, like gives people like
it's
mental
really
disorders.
Easy to hit them with a mallet.
Yeah, but it's
and
also
just
really easy
smush them.
to it's also really easy to give them mental disorders apparently and like make them fucking weird because of how impressionable they are. Like TikTok has like retarded trends and like it fucks them up. It's crazy, bruh. And I'll literally be on there because I only go on there to find some good memes here and there. But I'll like waste like 30 minutes, even 40 minutes of my time just swiping because it's constant dopamine. It was
Bruh.
crazy. Like the human brain is not built to like get constant flows of different videos and
I
images
don't
and
understand even how like
dopamine.
you fall for that. Like I will swipe through like Instagram or YouTube shorts for like 10 minutes
Because the TikTok
max.
algorithm is better than the YouTube and Instagram one. Like
Also,
Instagram one and
like
YouTube is they're not as like they don't work as well. Like the TikTok one shows you exactly like the type of shit that's gonna like it. Their algorithm is so perfect. Like it's designed in a way where it constantly shows you something that you're going to be interested in watching.
yeah, I mean the thing with like kids having more impressionable and like malleable head on with a mallet heads brains.
I like going up to
Uh
like little babies and poking my finger in the top of their head,
yeah, and just like boo, 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 you know, like hee hee ha ha, you
wiggle it
know,
around in there.
and just go "Na, na, na," and they're retarded. Um but my girlfriend has a friend with a kid that is like 6 or 7. Like he's old enough to know, like he's old enough to know, but he has a tablet and he like watches fucking shit on the tablet all the time, and he also plays video games, and he pees himself playing video games because he don't want to stop playing,
What the?
and that's just a thing that like this kid is doing.
That's some 4chan shit. He's gonna grow up to be a
Yeah.
4chaner.
Oh
Oh
my
my
god,
god.
dude.
He's gonna be a 4chaner.
It's like what the fuck, man? Like what is wrong with kids these days?
No,
Oh
he's
man.
just severely autistic or something. He's not mentally okay.
No, I've
I
I've I've met this kid. He doesn't seem even the
no,
slightest
at
bit.
7 years old, you're not gonna be pissing yourself playing video games. Who the fuck does that?
Uh,
My 4-year-old nephew knows how to fucking pee, bruh. He's potty trained.
I don't know. I think
There's
he's just
something
like
wrong with that
too
kid.
addicted to like video games and screens. Because like
I don't know,
because
man.
me and my girlfriend and them came out to the lake with us once with their kid, and he was a totally normal, just have fun kid. He didn't even slightly seem like
I think
autistic.
No, I think it's a mix between his brain chemistry and a mix between the parenting because it's also the fact of the matter that I also see this with my nephew too. He's always on a fucking screen all the time. You got to like get your kid off that thing every once in a while. And he's I think he's off of it a decent amount. But he's also like on it way more than I ever obviously was
Yeah,
as a kid. Like basically every single time cuz every single time I get a ride with my sister, my nephew's basically on the Switch or iPad or whatever. Like
and you just
when I
look
was
at
a
him and
kid,
you're like, bruh,
when I
you
was a
need to
kid,
like,
car rides were just look out the window.
yeah,
Car rides were just look out the window and that's it. It's like maybe I draw something, but you can't really draw on a car.
yeah. It's like, hey, you want to play I Spy like with your
Like
sibling, you know?
maybe when I was like 8, I had a DS, but at 4, no. At 4, I didn't have jack shit.
Dude, I had a DS and I took a ride to my grandparents' house. I was an hour and a half away. I don't think I fucking touched that thing during that car ride. Because it was just like, I'm just having a car ride, you know?
Yeah, but I didn't even have a DS till I was probably like 6 or 7 or some shit, And he's
Yeah.
4, so or I think he's 4, 3 or 4. So it's like, yeah, he's 4. So that's like really young to be on screens a lot. So I think it's partially a parenting thing and partially that fucking kid is weird. That kid
Yeah.
is weird. He's probably gonna grow up shitting himself while playing fucking shit, and it's gonna be like that one YouTube video where this mom's like, "You're shitting yourself. Go to the restroom." He's like, "No, I'm playing. I'm playing a game."
Yeah.
Some fat guy shitting himself, and the mom is screaming at him.
Literally
So
like, you're shit. I know that video.
he's literally gonna grow up to become that, and so that's kind of really sad. Hopefully that doesn't happen.
Very sad.
um, TikTok also has like, bro, I've been on it. No, it's addicting though. It is really addicting. I'll waste a lot of time. I had to delete TikTok at one point because I was like, I should not be on TikTok, and like it's too addicting. Um, But it's also like there I've seen like okay, when you scroll through, sometimes you'll see like some TikTok lives. There are fucking jump scares on TikTok. There's jump scares. I kid you not. Okay, so TikTok live is fucking dark and you were not gonna believe this shit. There's a lot of retarded shit on there. A lot of people like begging for like money and shit and be like, no, stop sending me hats, stop sending me hats, and I'll send them hats and shit like, oh thanks you for the roses, stop sending me roses or whatever. But there's also like so parents exploiting their children has been like a big thing on YouTube for ages now. But there's children on TikTok with like severe birth defects or severe autism, severe Down syndrome and shit like that, or like their face is like mangled up, and their parents are straight up just exploiting them for TikTok live views and money and shit. Like you will be just scrolling through TikTok and then out of nowhere you scroll and then you see like some he looks like out of a horror movie. He looks like Jason Voorhees. He's like bah, bah. And the mom next to him like, oh, thanks for the roses. And all the comments be like, bruh, I'm going to hell. Like some comments be like, bruh, I'm going to hell for laughing at this. Like just the craziest comments. And just the kid is like, blah, blah. He's a fucking demon. He looks like a demon. Like it's made me gag sometimes how fucked up these kids look. Like there'll be TikTok lives and it'll just be live streaming this like kid with a massive head and he's like has a bunch of wires going through him and like a breathing tube going in his mouth and he's just like barely clinging to life and the mom's next to him like, oh hey, thanks for all the kind words in the chat like type shit. And like I saw one where this kid's head, like he's probably like a baby. It's a fucking baby. And his head is so mutated and disformed that his eyes literally look red and like his head was shot. His head was bigger than his whole body. And I was like, oh my God, it was disgusting. It was like literally like as if I went on like what's that called?
Wait, so you're not talking about like makeup and shit? You're talking about like some Ricky Berwick looking motherfuckers?
Yes, like but worse, like just the most like mutated kids imaginable, like with huge birth defects, as if I went on like Live Leak or some 4chan shit, and like just pops up on your screen, and they're just being recorded by their parents, I to get views, I guess, because I guess maybe you get money from views. I don't know, but like just the parents exploiting their fucked up kids, they look disgusting. Like imagine you look at just some. To like, oh, this new Dragon Ball news, or this, and that, and then you scroll up and then you see just a demon monster on your screen, and I'm like, oh my God, what is that?
What the?
It is terrifying. It is.
I don't
crazy.
have anything to say to that. That's just fucking.
I just had to.
Like,
I just had to let people know that this is
that's
a
like
thing.
A what the fuck?
It just exists. It is. It's terrifying. Do you have anything to lighten the mood?
I have a story about a kid that got shot while trying to eat a burger.
What the? Okay.
I guess if that lightens the mood.
I guess.
Oh man, there was a 17-year-old kid, and he was in his car with his girlfriend, and there's like police body cam footage of this cop. He got called to a McDonald's for some reason, and when he was like done with that call or whatever, he saw the car in the parking lot, and this car looked like another car that had evaded him in a traffic stop previous day. So he's like, instead of just like knock on the window, hey, how are you? Let me ask you some questions, or anything like that, he walks up to the car and opens the door and says, get out. And this kid is literally just sitting there eating a burger with his girlfriend next to him. And he's like, holy shit, what the? And he just reversed, like pedal to the metal reverses. Because some guy just opened his door and told him to get out. And the cop pulls out his gun and shoots him. Jesus. And he starts shooting at him. And he like drives away. And as he's driving away, the cop is still shooting at him. And then he fucking pulls over like 2 miles down the road or whatever, because he's Swiss cheese now. He got shot. So I think he's still in critical condition. Like this happened like a week ago. and he's still in the
Oh
hospital in
my
critical
God.
condition. Just
Who
he
is
was
training
literally
these
just.
cops?
I know, dude. This happened in fucking San Antonio. So
So wait, so he was on the highway and someone like he wanted to pull someone over and they evaded him or something?
yeah,
How, okay, so let's say that was the guy.
yeah,
You're and he tries to drive away. You're going to shoot at him and possibly murder him?
yeah.
Like, do you not
Like,
realize how extremely like do they not like who's teaching them? Even if you shoot them in the shoulder, they could die from blood loss. Like, you can't
and
just shoot
shock.
someone
Yeah,
because they're trying to escape you. Like,
especially when they're behind the wheel of a moving vehicle.
if anything, if you're going to fire your gun, shoot the tires or something. Shoot something that's like maybe they can't like to try to like alleviate the escape. But what makes you think something like, okay, let's say he murdered
That's
someone, that's different. Let's say he raped someone, that's different. Let's say he's like a big drug dealer, that's different. But this guy, you just try to pull him over because he was speeding or something, you're gonna shoot him. You're
it
gonna
wasn't
shoot
even
him.
the same guy.
Yeah, but even if it was, you know,
Yeah,
like that's insane.
and
Do you know what
this.
state it was in?
Yeah, it was in San Antonio, Texas.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, Texas, yeehaw.
Yeah,
Texas, yeehaw, gotta
Texas,
blast
yeehaw.
him.
This kid was just trying to eat his fucking burger and he got
It's
shot.
crazy.
But like
Oh
even
my.
like okay, I'm sure it's everywhere in the United States. Like it's not just Texas. If a person isn't posing an immediate threat to you, even as a cop, you're not allowed to fucking shoot them. And
I
this
think
kid didn't, not even the slightest bit of a threat. He was fleeing.
I don't even know what that I don't even know what that is. I think it's low key. It might be just like a thing with maybe Call of Duty is getting maybe all the news people are right. Maybe violent movies and Call of Duty is getting to us because I don't know what world this cop lives in
Okay.
where blast blast pew pew action is like the way to go. Like
He was probably
there's
just
no
having a
way.
bad day. He was probably just pissed off.
Like
Honestly.
I can't grasp the concept of I must shoot this guy. Like,
You know what happened was the previous day when the car evaded him, he probably went home that night, fucking hit his wife because cops hit their wife all the time, and was like, I tried to conduct a traffic stop, and this person just disregarded my authority and left and drove away, and they got away, and I wasn't able to stop them. And so
he probably
I'm
has
really
a tank
pissed.
top that on
Yeah,
the
he probably has
probably has a tank top that
white
on the
tank top.
on the receipt or like on the tag it says wife beater. That's the brand of the
It's
the official brand.
It's a white tank top that says Fruit of the Loom, and you typically wear them under your shirt.
It's the white wife beater series.
Yeah,
Very
the
comfortable,
wife
very
beater
soft.
series of Fruit of the Loom, sponsored by Fruit of the Loom. Be your wife.
Be your wife.
But
Shoot people.
and then next day he's like, "That's gotta be the guy." Like it's been on his head all day, like that guy that fucking evaded me yesterday. And he's like, "That's gotta be him. I gotta go stop him." So, there's.
Oh my god! Like it literally makes no sense to me at all. Like there has to be there's no way you can tell me that we have government run facilities for training police officers. I think it takes years to become a police officer, maybe less than that, but like
It's like a year, I think.
it takes a long time to become it takes a decent amount of time to evaluate and become a police officer. It's a government run facility. They're tested in multiple ways, mathematically and all sorts of things, and they should be tested psychologically. I hope so. They're all tested psychologically, and
yeah,
and they should be trained with their firearms to know when and when not to use it. So I have no clue what could possibly be running through this fucking retard's head to be blasting off a fucking gun like that.
Yeah, just he was like shooting at the McDonald's too. Like he was shooting like there was a building right there, and he's just still shooting, like
Fucking
in
crazy.
the direction of the fucking McDonald's where there's other families just trying to fucking eat their goddamn burgers.
Eating at McDonald's, and bullets are flying through the walls.
Yeah, man.
Oh
but like this cop, he was immediately fired, and he was, I'm pretty sure he was arrested for attempted murder. I'm pretty sure it was attempted murder.
Good.
And if the kid does die, then that's a whole nother case. Like then that is murder. So
wow,
man, this dude is like holding on to like the thinnest strings, just like hoping that this kid doesn't die because it will ruin his life.
That's like I wouldn't say that's I wouldn't say that's not really natural selection, but it's modern natural selection where he instead of like dying with normal natural selection, you just get
Instead of it being on
taken
your
away
own
from
volition,
society and
yeah.
put behind bars, like where you belong, away from
Instead,
sane people.
it's like natural selection where instead of dying on your own volition, you die because some other fucking retard was given a gun and a badge.
Well, I'm talking about the cop. Like it's
Yeah,
natural
I know.
selection of being stupid enough to just being the most stupid person possible to the point where you get fucking locked behind bars forever and separated from all of society. Like, get the fuck out of here.
This cop was only 25 too. Like, so
Jesus.
he was just some fucking young cop that like thought he was a big shot. He was a rookie. It's like, dude, what?
He's like, I've been waiting for this action.
Training.
I've been waiting for this action. This is some Fast and Furious shit. He's reversing. He's gonna run into me. He's gonna run into me.
Okay, so when the car backed up, the door hit the cop, but it didn't knock him over or anything like that. It just barely brushed him, and you could say, yeah, that's like an assault on the cop if it hurt the cop, which it clearly didn't.
Jesus.
Like it very clearly didn't hurt the cop. So, yeah, it was like the kid was charged with aggravated fleeing or something. Like, how does that even work? Like, how is that even a charge? But yeah,
his charge is trying to survive, trying to live. Is his charge
literally with a girlfriend that's fucking traumatized?
Oh my god,
dude. This dude's gonna lose his girlfriend. You know, like, goddamn, dude.
He's gonna lose his girlfriend for sure. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
it's so much like a woman to leave you after you've been near death and shot.
Like,
I mean, that's.
I'm so sorry. It's not your fault. I'm just so traumatized. I can't look at you.
Yeah, you know, it's a typical woman move. To leave someone like that. I wouldn't be surprised if they break up. He's like still in the hospital. It's like, you know, that happens.
That's literally. I guarantee you that's gonna happen.
I guarantee because they break up over the stupidest shit. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I mean, really.
Man.
But on a lighter note, let's
you have a lighter note.
Let's have a happy episode. So, if anyone loves Cape shit, this is big news. Now, I'm gonna put a big spoiler warning for Black Adam. Big spoilers. If you plan on watching Black Adam at all, if you like Cape shit at all, leave off now. If you don't really give a single fuck about DC or Black Adam, then stay. But
we're gonna talk about Black Adam for like 10 minutes.
Talk about Black Adam for like 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay, skip 5 minutes ahead.
So there's been a whole thing about people. You know, everyone loves Henry Cavill Superman. Even if you don't necessarily like the movies he's in, you know he's like pretty much Superman. He looks the part, he acts the part. He's Superman basically, and everyone.
He's a good Superman.
Everyone wants him back. He hasn't been in the movies in a while, and people are scared that maybe they're gonna recast him. Maybe he's not coming back because DC this whole time has been being really gay about like his contract. Like they don't want to like give him more money, even though he's literally fucking Superman. Give him all the money he fucking wants. Like fucking cheapskates, basically. They've been cheapskates.
Well, I mean, DC's definitely losing a lot of money on like fucking, like.
But if they like had,
I almost threw up.
Jesus.
The Flash.
If they had enough money, or no, not enough money. If they had enough fucking brain cells to make good movies, then that wouldn't be a problem.
Isn't it funny how I almost threw up the moment you start talking about Cape shit?
It's kind of strange how that works. But basically, Black Adam's coming out. The Rock's been doing so much press for it. He's actually like been pushing this movie so hard, and he's so passionate about it. And I think it's gonna be pretty good. Actually, it's gonna be a pretty good movie. And it's been leaked now. The Rock has been talking about it, and basically, it's been rumored behind the scenes that The Rock has been kind of like taking the charge and like being like, y'all do not know how to make movies. Y'all suck at making movies. So I'm going to help y'all like figure out what we're going to do with this franchise. Cause he's basically he's like one of the biggest stars in Hollywood. So he has like the power to be like, hey, execs, if you want me to be a part of this series, you guys have to like do what I say basically. So like basically The Rock is like taking charge in the DC universe.
The Rock, he's like easily top 10, and for someone that's not in like Marvel movies, that's a big deal. The Rock is huge.
he has basically so much power, and he knows that. So he's like basically taking charge in DC, and he's like saying, "Hey, y'all need to get your shit together. The fans
Yeah.
want these things, and you're not giving it to them. So if you want me, you got to listen to what I have to say, basically." And so it's been rumored for a long time that he's been trying to get something going with Henry Cavill, like as everyone knows, like Black Adam and Superman. That's like a great fight to have. And so now it's been rumored for a while, but now it's been leaked. I've seen the footage. It has been leaked because the premiere happened a couple days ago. That Superman is in Black Adam in the post credit
Oh,
scene. Superman, Henry Cavill is back. The post credit's like, "Hello, Black Adam." He's like, "Hello," and that's the post credit scene.
when does
And so that's
Black Adam
amazing.
come out?
Next week.
Okay, and I know you're gonna watch it like right like as soon as it comes out.
Yeah,
Are you excited? Like you think it's gonna be actually a good DC
it's gonna be
movie?
good. I think it's gonna be pretty good. DC has been making some pretty okay movies. Suicide Squad was pretty fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like the
Um,
remake of Suicide Squad was so good.
Joker was great. The Batman was great. I think the original Aquaman was it was fun. It wasn't. I would not say Aquaman is like really. It's like I would say it's bad like X-Men Origins Wolverine, but it has the same schlocky like
X-Men Origins is not
action.
bad.
It is a bad movie.
No, it's not. It's not. Don't you? I'm
It's a
gonna keep
fun
doing
movie,
that.
but
I'm
it is
gonna keep
bad.
doing that. Now that I'm in my closet and I can scream, like, don't.
It is a bad movie, but Aquaman has that same schlocky sort of like not serious vibe, which makes it pretty good. Like Aquaman, the first Aquaman movie, it's a fun, good. It's an alright movie, and Birds of Prey is okay. So they've been putting out some decent movies, and this one looks pretty decent too. Like it looks like it's gonna be good. So
Right. You think it's like gonna be like one of the best
I don't know.
of the like most recent
Suicide Squad
DC
was really
movies?
good.
Well, like I mean, okay, so but you also mentioned like Joker and Batman. Those are two very like serious movies. Where this one's obviously going to be a
I
little
mean,
bit
it's not
more
gonna be as good as
lighthearted.
that.
Like
The
yeah, but
Batman,
I
I
mean,
think, is a
out of
little
the
overrated though.
lighthearted movies.
I like horror movies. I don't know if it's gonna be as good as Suicide Squad,
Oh
but it's
yeah,
gonna be up
I don't.
there.
It's going to be hard to beat Suicide
It's
Squad.
definitely it's gonna be better than like Multiverse of Madness and like Thor 4, more
Okay.
Thor, Loving Thunder. So it's obvious if that's all I can ask for. If it's better than that shit, then that's good. You know, like basically, if it's along the same lines, like better than generic Marvel trash, then yeah, then it's a good movie. Um,
Okay.
so I'm excited. I'm excited to have Henry Cavill finally back. There's rumors now of they're doing negotiations with Ben Affleck, my boy. So I'm excited for that. It's looking good on DC land. Marvel land, not so much, but DC land, let's we're coming back. We're coming back around. Um, but unless you had any more topics, I actually had a topic that like a good it's a good discussion. Like it's something
I mean,
philosophy, not
there's
really
just something
philosophy.
that I've like kind of had on my mind lately. I mean, I have told you earlier today that I have been playing a lot of single player games in my free time because that's just like kind of a way that I just like take up my time in my free time because I have a lot of fun with them. Um, I have am very nostalgic for the original Assassin's Creed games, like the old ones, the ones that were really good. I have a ton of nostalgia for them, so I've been playing through them. Um, can't play Assassin's Creed 1 on the PS5, which fucking sucks, but I played 2, Brotherhood, Revelations. I'm playing 3 now. 3 was like one of my favorite games that ever came out. Like when it came out, I adored it. And Assassin's Creed 3, I still think is my favorite Assassin's Creed, even though people fucking hate it. Um, but talking about things that people hate that eventually, but like, you love it, because we talked about X-Men Origins Wolverine made me think of this. Assassin's Creed 3, I still love, but I definitely always looked at it with rose tinted glasses because
Yeah,
like,
it's I when I started playing it again, when it first came back out on the PlayStation 4, it definitely was not nearly as good as my young child brain
yeah,
remembers.
I mean, like, I think, dude, I already got through the entire intro with Hatham, and I think Hatham's a fucking badass. I love Hatham. Hatham's awesome. The game itself is kind of janky. The lighting in the game looks kind of shitty. Like it's like really hard to get like good lighting settings. But actually I had to literally change my TV settings to make it look good. So but he's a badass. He's awesome. I fucking love every bit of Hatham. But Connor, I used to love Connor. He was always my favorite assassin. Whoever they got to voice act for Connor fucking sucks, dude. Literally, like there's a part where Juno is like, we need to find or we need to continue our mission and finish our work. And Connor's literally like, what mission? What work? It's like, bro, like, what the fuck, dude? Like, his voice actor fucking sucks ass. It's so bad. Oh man. Like
I don't know. I'd have to listen to it again to know for sure.
Yeah, like I don't hate Connor.
I mean, I know that he's just like extremely monotone. That's all I know.
But that makes sense for a Native American because their language is very monotone. That makes sense. It also makes sense for him to speak slowly because English isn't his first language. But at the same time, like the actor himself just sucks. Like he doesn't know how to deliver it right. I mean, there's parts where, Connor's angry and he's yelling and stuff. And that's some of his best work as Connor. But for the most part, he's just trash, dude. He's so bad.
My favorite part of the game is when he's like, who are you? And then he's like, me?
Like, why? Tell me your name.
I'm Charles Lee.
Now, why would you want to know that? So I can find you. Man, and then I just saw the part where literally you just got done with the boat mission, like the ship mission. Ship boy, it's a ship, she. So there's the ship mission, and you go talk to like these guys inside this place to buy cannons, and while the captain is having a conversation with these other two dudes, Connor literally just walks off by himself, walks up to two mean-looking motherfuckers at a table just having a drink, and he's like, "Where is Charles Lee?"
Yeah, it's fucking
like,
stupid.
Where the fuck did that come from, dude? So
where is Charles Lee?
The writing of Connor just isn't very good because he's also super contradictory. Like he contradicts shit all the time. Like, first of all, it makes absolutely no sense for a Native American to decide, you know what? The colonists, they're doing a good job, and this is a good country. Like,
yeah, that's retarded.
Literally, the beginning of the game, like as soon as you see him, he's like, the colonists are going to start taking our land here now. They're going to start taking this stuff. And then you get to the Davenport homestead, and there's people like, hey, we want land. And he's like, oh, you can just go set up right there. Like, what? It's so dumb. It's I try to like look past that part of it though, because I do still like Connor. Like Connor's just a good dude, but man, I don't hate him because he's not as enthusiastic as Ezio like most people did. I hate him because his voice actor fucking sucks.
There's a lot of shit that people look over when they're nostalgic. Like I know Jake will say otherwise, but me personally, I think Halo 2 and 3 just kind of fucking suck, and I like Halo 1 the best. Halo 1 was amazing. Halo 2 was kind of fucking boring at points, and it did not hit the same. Well, I mean, Halo 3 was just more of that.
You didn't grow up playing Halo like I did. For the first, like, just get that out of the way. You didn't grow up with them like I did, so you don't have the nostalgia that I do.
They're just, it's not as good as not like, because the thing is, everyone also overhypes the fuck out of it because like we're all nostalgic, we fucking love it. It's overhyped. It's not that good. When Modern Warfare 2 Remastered came out, I tried to play some of that, and I didn't even give a fuck about that. Like I was like, oh yeah, it's Modern Warfare 2. Like some of the missions were okay. The missions where you play as like a Marine in like Afghanistan, those missions sucked. Boring as hell.
Let me just say that like I have gone back and played all the Halo games recently. Like a year ago, I went back and played all of them. And Halo 2, I still love it. I still adore it. Halo 3 is still my favorite. But I absolutely see the issues with it. Like it is dated. It is, kind of like if you for your own pleasure aren't 100% into it, then it could be pretty boring because it's literally just like one mini map on screen and just go this way. Like
Yeah.
I know that that's the case, but I mean,
Literally, the
I
whole
still
game
love
is
it.
go here, shoot that, go here, shoot that until you're
But
done with
like
the mission.
but like at the same time, I guess for people who grew up with it, the go shoot them is super fun. Like it's really fun to just fucking murder aliens in
Eh,
Halo. Like the gameplay is really good.
eh, nah, nah.
Yeah.
It's too outdated for me. So sad. A lot of shit like that in this world. I
Yeah, I
mean,
mean, I guess
I
the
love
gameplay
Ben
itself
10.
for
I
you,
love the
someone like
show.
you, isn't compelling enough to get you fully immersed in it, to get you to really want to play it. When it is for someone like me.
I love the show Ben 10, but watching it as an adult is not as easy. And trying to tell someone that you should watch Ben 10 is not something that I would ever do.
I have the
Um,
same feeling about Avatar: The Last
and
Airbender.
Jake, like 2 years ago, tried to show me Avatar: Last Airbender when I'm a fucking grown ass fucking adult. That shit did not hit like Jake thought it would as a child. Like it's just
It's
not the same.
it was a little hard for me to watch, but I was also really bored, so I watched all of it again. Like when the big craze about it came out. But I like there were like some episodes like near the end of the episode where God damn, bro. Like but like for the most part, yeah, it's very childish and it's kind of cringe, but like I
I
still
love
like the
Danny
show.
Phantom. Danny Phantom was awesome. I'm not gonna touch that. I'm not gonna go back and watch Danny
Dude,
Phantom
yeah.
because
The
that's like
only
it's gonna
show
be ass.
the only like show from my childhood that I can always go back to, like when I'm like in a bad mood or I'm upset about something and I just want to watch something that makes me happy, is SpongeBob. The original
Yeah,
seasons of
that show is
SpongeBob is still great.
the fact that it's such like there's like probably a meme for every episode of SpongeBob shows how
Yeah,
like timeless that show is.
yeah, really.
He
Like
did such a good job with that.
I watch SpongeBob probably like once a month. I watch some SpongeBob because it's just great. It's
I
like
don't know
it's so much
what's
fun to just sit down and get drunk and watch SpongeBob.
I don't know what's with those writers. I mean, I guess because it's really just it is a kid show, but it's really just not really. Like it could almost be like a proto because you know how we have like adult animation nowadays. It's kind of like a
Yeah,
proto version of that, but without
it could
the
be like
inappropriate shit. Because it's
yeah,
basically it treats its audience not like they're mature, but just it doesn't treat them like kids. Is the way to put it. Like it's not like for adults, but it doesn't treat you like a kid when you watch it.
yeah, it's like a funny skit show that's inoffensive.
Yeah.
It's
So it's a good
literally
time, you
all
know.
it is. It's so much fun.
I definitely I wish there were more shows like that because it is kind of annoying how every single like cartoon nowadays for like adults has to be the most edgy shit ever. Like Rick and Morty is fine sometimes, but SpongeBob has a charm about it where it doesn't need to be fucking like crazy and
It's so
edgy and
unique.
like offensive to be funny. It just
Yeah.
is. So they did a good ass job with that one.
And like,
Um
there's like comedians out there that are also very inoffensive and very like no curse words, but like they're like some of my favorite comedians because like they
I
just
like
know
Christian
how to be
comedians.
funny.
I listen to Christian music, Christian rock.
Yep.
I'm Jake, and
Christian rock, Christian
I only
comedian.
like no cuss words in my home. I have
No,
live,
like
laugh,
those
love on my
they just
roof.
happen to be some of my favorite comedians because like they are funny in a different way from my normal sense of humor that I would have a very hard time replicating, you know?
I walked outside and I stepped on a nail and I said, "Darn it! Oh, geez, get this shiz out of here." And I just kept on laughing. That was funny. That was the
Yeah, dude.
funniest thing I've heard all
I was
day.
flabbergasted by that.
Well, but there's this big thing going on right now. Like this big drama going on ever since the Dahmer show came out.
Oh,
And now there's this big debate. And it's kind of stupid, but I guess there's some point in it. But it's basically people are kind of getting upset now that oh, you're making money off of a tragedy and this and that, and like you're showing a spotlight and putting them in the spotlight, these horrible people. And the basic comes down to the question of is making content about serial killers good or bad? Is it okay or not okay? And that's kind of like people are kind of talking like it's already been kind of a thing, but people are like it's more prevalent of a conversation now that Dahmer has come out and been such like it's like the second biggest Netflix show ever now.
I
Like
mean,
it's
I
one
already
like the
have a
second
take on
biggest thing.
this. I
And
already
so
like
people
I've never
are
heard of
kind of
this.
upset.
Like I didn't hear about this drama or anything, but just from what you just said, already have a take on that, and that is, it is 100% okay to make content about someone who's a monster, as long as you're still portraying them as a fucking monster. You're
Yeah.
allowed to show the humanity, and show them like this is a broken person, and make people feel bad for them, as long as they still understand this is a fucking monster. Like that, there is nothing wrong with that, because it's literally mirroring real life. It's a realistic thing, and yeah, you can make money off of it, especially because you're putting in the effort to show,
Yeah.
like to show exactly like what happened. You are portraying them exactly how they are, a monster but still a human.
Yeah.
Like I have no, like, why the fuck would there be controversy with that?
Well, I understand why there's controversy. I understand where they're coming from, but I have the same mentality of just like, yeah, I mean, they're going through the effort to tell a real story. Some of the earlier movies that came out, they do sort of it's more like they try to make them like horror movies and try to make them more like grotesque and kind of like oh, look at this crazy thing, like a Friday 13th movie or something. But the more recent stuff, there was a Ted Bundy movie with what was that dude's name from High School Musical?
Uh,
Zac Efron. He
Yeah,
played Ted Bundy, and people were like upset. It's like he shouldn't be high. He shouldn't be suave and stuff, and be so
but
like
Ted Bundy was
dreamy. But
hot
it's
and
like
suave and dreamy.
Ted Bundy in real life was very charming to a lot of girls. That's how he got away with murder.
Yeah,
And so, but they did show a lot of bad sides of him in the movie. So a lot of stuff coming out nowadays, like they show like it's really it's a if we forget our history, we're going to be doomed to repeat it. I love biopics. I love movies based on real events and shows and stuff based off real events. And serial killers are one of the most interesting things about humanity and society. That's why it's intrigued so many people for so many years. It's a very intriguing psychological study, basically. And so, I can understand. It's like the victims, the families of the victims were saying like, we're traumatized because we go on Netflix and we see we see Dahmer on our Netflix.
like
It's like I can 100% understand where they're coming from, but it's just it's true events. It happened. They're like, you should make a series based off the victim. It's like, no, that's boring. That's fucking
yeah,
boring. It's like it's an
uh,
interesting case study. We want to know like why these people do what they do. Like
it's the
it's
thing where you said like the controversy is like, is it okay to like show these like horrible people in a light that shows them as human, and a light that makes you sympathize with
well,
them?
the
And
controversy is about giving them a platform, giving them spotlight, giving them fame. Like, dude, like because they don't deserve
my
the fame.
answer to that is absolutely yes, if people want to see it, which clearly millions of people want to see the Dahmer shit. Like it's
Yeah.
huge. Everyone's fucking talking about it. So clearly people want to see it. People want to be, they're being educated about it.
It's really people are really sensitive. It goes out of people being sensitive as fuck nowadays.
So isn't there an option on Netflix, just like YouTube, to be like, don't
Oh
recommend
yeah.
this to me?
Yeah.
Like if you get traumatized by one sight of the word Dahmer, it's like, really?
Well, it was like it's kind of getting ridiculous. Like
It's like, you
first it
can't get
was
mad at Netflix for showing you the word Dahmer when anyone out in public can just say, oh, dude, you
well,
hear about
it
Jeffrey
was the
Dahmer?
families. Like the families were like, bro, we had so much trauma from this guy, and now he's like all over our feed. Like, so
Well, like,
I get that.
what if you're like that family and you're just like sitting down at home and you just flip on the news and you hear Jeffrey Dahmer and it's like, I'm traumatized.
Yeah, I
Or you're on
guess.
the bus and there's someone reading. Is like, dude, you ever hear of Jeffrey Dahmer? Like,
Don't say that.
like, yeah. Like,
Why did you say that name? Why did you say that name? And there's also like it was funny because the Jeffrey Dahmer show was listed in Netflix and it had the LGBTQ plus tag in it, and then they had to remove it because so many people complained about it, and they're like, "This isn't the representation we wanted." And it's like, it's fucking retarded. It's like, it's not about representation. He was gay, so the
I
show is
think the
about gay people.
LGBTQ plus tag shouldn't have been there, to be
It's like
honest.
the show's no, but the show's about gay people. Like it has gay people in it.
Yeah, but it's not like specifically like
I guess
it's not meant to be
it's also the
it's
tag
like
isn't
gay
meant for
people isn't
representation. It's just meant to show the
audience.
content.
It's not meant to be like seen by gay people. It's not like looking for that gay audience.
Well,
so why would it have that?
When you have a tag for a movie, like on Netflix, it's like horror, action, comedy, LGBT, because that's the content of the movie. I would think that's
Should have also had Black Lives Matter.
yeah,
Like,
should have black voices.
yeah,
Black voice, like bro. It's kind of annoying that I go on like HBO and then there's like if you scroll down on HBO,
yeah,
there's like
dude.
whole sections like black voices, Latino voices, like
Literally, that
like,
was it's the number one thing when I was searching on fucking Prime Video yesterday. Latino and Hispanic voices, black voices, and I'm like,
it's like shut the fuck up.
Why?
Shut the fuck up.
It's like I don't go search for white people movies. You know?
Yeah, it's so
like
stupid.
I literally wanted to watch Us yesterday. That's all black people.
Go check the black voices section. The black voices section.
So I was about to watch Get Out, didn't. Almost watched Us, didn't. So I'm gonna watch Get Out, then I'm gonna watch Us, and then I almost bought. I almost spent $20 to buy because it's not available for rent streaming. Nope. I almost bought it because I was like, I probably want to watch that too.
That's really good. You would like that movie a lot.
Okay, hell yeah.
But that's annoying. It's like I guess all these normal movies, all the movies in the normal categories, those are white voices. Those are the white voices.
It's not like why can't you stand? Like why do you have to get away from the movies with white people in them? Like
it's retarded.
Fuck. It's not like, oh, I'm not gonna watch Nope because they're all black. I can't. I'm not gonna do that.
No, it's not trash. I'm a racist. I live in Alabama.
I doubt that guy's a good actor, man. He's got that dark skin.
But yeah, I hope they make more, and I hope they traumatize all of you with more killers, making you sad and be like,
yeah,
you deserve this spotlight. It's well, go kill some people, and then maybe you'll get the spotlight.
The families are all like, oh, they're like, what? You're 0.0000001% of that. So who cares? Like, you can deal with it. You've dealt with it your entire life. You can deal with it. You already had that trauma. We didn't give it to you.
I do think, if there is something to be said about he doesn't deserve a spotlight, he doesn't deserve fame and like recognition, or like not recognition, but fame and like a platform. But it's not really about him. It's just it's a study of him. It's not really like saying like it's not. He doesn't get any fame. He gets infamy. He's not famous. He's infamous. I
mean, I think if there's a way to educate people on a topic that is a gruesome thing that is traumatizing to some people, that like it could literally teach you to understand people better.
It could also teach you to survive. Don't go into people's houses and drink from their open glasses. And not watch them while they give you your drink.
It could literally save someone. Like this movie would this show, it's a documentary show, would absolutely much more likely save someone than like hurt a traumatized person.
Yeah, 100%. Well, that brings us to my next guest. Speaking of killers, it's October season.
SpongeBob. It's got to be SpongeBob.
It's the October season, so I got to bring someone spooky on.
Are you telling me you don't know SpongeBob, but you know Donald Trump?
I don't know him personally. No, he's a cartoon character. He's 2D, two-dimensional. He lives in the bottom of the ocean. You think I'm gonna swim down there?
They got computers.
I'm a big fan. Our newest guest, Michael Myers. What's up? Introduce yourself, man.
Yeah.
All right.
What's going on?
Yeah. So, are you excited for Halloween? It's coming up. It's just a few weeks away. What are you thinking, man? A man of few words.
So a man of few words, like, but I could see the excitement in his eyes. Like,
yep, and those deep, dark, bottomless pit of eyes. I could really.
Yeah, the way that he like waved his knife around.
Why are you getting close? Hey, back up, man. Back up. So, Yeah, personal space, buddy. So,
You,
do you need do you need cardio? Like, how do you keep up with all the people you're chasing around? Like when you're walking and they're running, right? Like, how do you keep up with them?
Ethan, there's his knife is looking kind of
Whoa.
bloody. Can he
Hey,
maybe
whoa,
go
calm
check
down,
on
calm
your
down, calm down.
dad? See if you got a call from him or something.
Um, okay, seems to be he's just standing. So you gonna answer the question?
There is
I don't.
blood on his uniform and his knife.
I think we'll have to wrap up. Oh,
Um,
okay. He's getting okay. Let's wrap up the let's wrap up the
Do
show.
you need me to call someone?
No, I mean we're good. He's
You
very
sure?
close. He's looking at me. He's smelling me right. He's smelling me right now.
This is really creepy.
He's touching me with his knife. He's touching me with it. He's putting it on my butt. He's putting his knife on my butt.
Hey,
I think we're gonna have to wrap this up.
Michael, hey, what's up, buddy?
He's sticking it in my butt. He's sticking it in my butthole.
Oh my god.
He's sticking. It's in my butt. It's cold. It's cold. He's sticking the tip.
Oh my god.
He's sticking the tip in my butt. He's sticking the tip in my butt. Ah! Turn the show off. Turn the show off. Turn it off.
0% podcast.